There's not a lot of films today that you look at and you're saying, well, that's pretty much a guaranteed billion-dollar film. I mean, you're talking about an Avatar film, maybe an Avengers film, but there's another one coming out soon, and that's Spider-Man Brand New Day. And of course, we found out that within Spider-Man Brand New Day, we got Sadie Sink as somebody. Jean Grey, Gwen Stacy, somebody else. Don't know. We'll find out. A brand new version of Madam Web. Can't go any worse than the last one did. We got John Bernthal coming in as the Punisher, but we also have Task Man himself, Mark Ruffalo. By the way, Task is great. I'm loving this show. But we got Mark Ruffalo as Dr. Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. Don't know if we're going to see Hulk, but we're going to see Bruce Banner. Well, as I was scavenging around the internet today, comicbookmovies.com has shared some images of on set of Spider-Man Brand New Day, Mark Ruffalo beaten and bloodied. Let me get a little bit of a larger version of this. In the streets, there, we scroll down, there's another picture here of him. You see the blood coming down his face. He's got massive bruises and all that kind of stuff. So, what does this mean? Well, it could mean nothing. It could mean a few things. Here's some of the things that I take away from getting this image. Number one is, we talked before when we found out Mark Ruffalo was going to be in the film that it could be a very much a short thing. He literally could meet with Peter in one or two scenes and that would be it. Seeing him out in the streets, bruised, beaten, bleeding, all that kind of stuff, well, that tells me that he's got some kind of a functional role in this movie. Doesn't mean he's going to be in 45 minutes of the movie, but he's got clearly an established place to play. He's going to be involved in some kind of action sequence, or maybe he's in a car wreck or whatever. Now, the two questions that come to mind for me. Did Dr. Banner get beat up? Or is this still the physical markings he's bearing, having had a fight as the Hulk? Now, with the Hulk's healing factor, you'd think he would, Bruce would still just look like Bruce afterwards. But because in the previous MCU films, whenever, pardon me, even after action sequences, whenever Bruce transforms back into Bruce, I don't think I remember ever seeing him wearing the damage. But that could be a different thing about him now. But here's my biggest takeaway. And this is one we suspected from the beginning, but this picture confirms it. No more damn Professor Hulk. Because you guys remember in Avengers Endgame, Bruce only existed in one form. He was half Hulk, half Bruce, all big guy. I mean, that's what he was. He was Professor Hulk, period. So we had speculated before that if Mark Ruffalo was going to be in the film, it very well could be that, oh good, has Bruce now separated that? Has he come out of that? Are we done with Professor Hulk? I hope so. Now, it could still mean that when he turns into the Hulk, he still might maintain his personality. I certainly hope not. I am so over Professor Hulk. I'm done with it. So hopefully that's that. So that's me, as a movie fan, doing what movie fans do. Making a whole lot of speculation out of very little. One image of him on the street. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see this picture of Mark Ruffalo all beaten and bruised. What are you taking away from this?
Well, first of all, I found it intriguing, and I've often thought that, Peter Parker is himself a scientist, knows a lot, and without Tony Stark around, maybe he seeks out Banner, because obviously he knows a lot more about them than they know about him. And so maybe they've collaborated on something, and that brought down some heat on Banner, and maybe this has nothing to do with Hulk at all, that he got beat up by one of the villains in the movie. For maybe they've come up with something that is desirable. I have no idea. But like you, what I do like about this is I really like Mark Ruffalo as an actor, and I really like what he brought to Hulk, especially in the first Avengers, and the way that he would play both characters. And I thought ever since, look, did I like seeing him as Gladiator Hulk in Thor Ragnarok? Loved it. But since then, the character has not been the Hulk that we know and love. There's no Hulk smash there, because he was halfway between Professor Hulk and Hulk, talking like this up on Scar, wherever the hell they were. And I want to see that Hulk come back. And I think that this gives me hope that, like you, we're going to get to see that character come back. And I don't want to see him with his son coming to barbecues. I don't want to see him doing Pilates with She-Hulk. I want to see the Hulk kick some ass with people that deserve it.
You know what? To your point, I would be perfectly okay if they started this movie with Peter attending a funeral and there's a sad Bruce Banner there. And we find out that Hulk's idiot son accidentally stuck his hand in the toaster to pull out the Eggo, and Hulk Bowl Cut Jr. electrocuted himself and is just gone. And then they never mention it again. Just never mention it again. And then Bruce is totally fine after that. I would be perfectly okay with that. And just move on from family picnic, Hawaiian shirt, bowl cut wearing son Hulk. I'd be totally okay with that.
Well, and he was underdeveloped. He just showed up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was that should have been a storyline that was developed.
No, it really shouldn't have been. It really just should have never happened.
Well,
that would have been the best approach if it just never happened. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Zapier. You know, one of the biggest game changers of the past year has been AI. But let's be real, just talking about AI doesn't actually make your day any more productive. What does make it more productive is finding tools to put AI to work for you. And that's where Zapier comes in. Zapier is the easiest way to take AI and plug it directly into the apps and processes that you're already using every day. No IT bottlenecks, no complexity, just results. For me, it's been about saving time on repetitive stuff so I can focus on the work that matters and I actually enjoy. And it's not just me. Over 3.4 million companies are already using Zapier to streamline everything from sales and marketing to IT and HR. With their AI orchestration platform, you can connect top AI models like ChatGPT or Claude right into the apps you already use. So whether it's automatically enriching leads, coaching your sales team, or even resolving IT tickets, Zapier makes it simple. Guys, join the 3.4 million companies already automating with Zapier and transform how you work with Zapier and AI. Get started for free by visiting zapier.com/Campea. That's ZAPIER.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? We're getting some images coming from the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day where Ruffalo's looking beat up, unless that's what they're saying there. I'm kind of speculating some very fun things about it. Whatever you guys think about the picture, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.